Discouragement, fear, failure. Only a few years ago, these stalked the nation. Depression haunted America. We groped, we struggled, we found the way to better times. Today, depression is a fading memory. Millions of men and women have found employment, and with it, confidence and hope. The Great Works program has removed a vast army from relief roles. It revived lagging industry, restored morale, and renewed courage. In a program which covers the entire nation, Missouri takes an important place. A state rich in natural resources, Missouri offers a great store of raw materials for construction projects. The city of St. Louis has leased 8 quarries which WPA operates, employing 4,000 men who prepare native stone for local use. Part of the stone is crushed and used in repaving Lindell Boulevard and other streets of the city. This program in Missouri employs over 9,000 men in the improvement of 425 miles of city streets. Stone from the quarries is being used to improve the bed of River de Pere, long a menace to the health of the community. When completed, a tunnel under the riverbed will carry sewage to the Mississippi while clean surface water flows in the open channel above. In this sanitary improvement, 2,500 men are employed. Throughout the state, the need for better roads has long been a problem. Under conditions in the past, the farmer's 50-horsepower truck often required the assistance of the famous Missouri mule. The call for better roads has been answered by a great construction program which embraces farm-to-market roads and secondary highways. In improving almost 3,000 miles of roads in Missouri, the Works program utilizes native materials and provides employment for over 31,000 men. The construction of beacon towers and boundary markers is included in improvements made at 10 airports. The field at Joplin is being turned into one of the best air traffic terminals in the state through the grading and surfacing of runways and aprons. This swimming pool at Fayette and 13 others like it in various parts of Missouri are products of the construction program. During warm weather, they're a haven of relaxation for young and old alike. At Buffalo, a completed school made of native stone is an example of WPA's contribution to the state's educational facilities. At Neosho, another school is under construction, one of 238 included in this part of the program. In Kansas City, murals are being painted for a new high school building. Under the Works program, artists, writers, musicians, and actors contribute their share to the cultural development of the community. At Winona, in the Ozarks region, we find one of 11 community houses completed or under construction. These buildings are a center for all community activities, serving as a seat of local government and as a general meeting place. The people of the region gather here to carry on the tradition of American folk music and to enjoy the square dances which are still popular in the mountain country. The rich clay deposits of Missouri offer excellent raw material for the potter's wheel. A sample from each batch of earth is carefully examined by experts to determine its suitability. The selected clay is then sent to the pottery where native potters prepare the rough earth for use. In this project, the workers are employed by WPA and the finished products are given to state institutions. Under deft manipulation, the shapeless mass of wet clay begins to take on the graceful shape conceived in the mind of the worker. The completed pottery ware and crockery embodies a combination of utility and beauty. Another native industry which is being encouraged by the Works program is that of preparing wool and weaving on hand looms. The mountain women in this isolated region are thus enabled to aid their families while they're taught to do work which they may continue in their own homes. From these weaving rooms come products whose beauty and utility rival the finest fruit of Scottish looms. Some of the women employed in this project have utilized their own time to make woolens which are offered for sale in a cooperative store. Thus has begun the restoration of a native industry. For 1 week of each year, Sedalia is the scene of the Missouri State Fair, attended by visitors from many states. The site for the carnival was filled in as part of the Works program activities. In 1936, 400,000 people gathered here to enjoy the attractions of the carnival and to visit the many exhibition buildings. The new half-mile racetrack, a showplace for Missouri's finest horses, was constructed by WPA, providing the fairgrounds with one of the finest tracks in the country. Nearing completion within the oval of the track is a wide lagoon, whose waters will be another attraction for the thousands of visitors. At Lincoln University in Jefferson City, one of the foremost Negro educational institutions in the country, is a nursery school operated by WPA. The trained instructors and medical supervisors are drawn from the relief rolls. Here, children of needy families are given a hot noonday meal, carefully supervised play activities, and excellent preschool training under competent instructors. 12 nursery schools in Missouri are part of a broad educational program through which WPA has brought aid to both children and adults. In cooperation with the State School of Mines, the Works program is aiding Missouri farmers in their eternal search for water. The ancient divining rod used to locate a well site often produces nothing but hours of useless labor. With a perilous shortage of water for livestock and human consumption because of the drought, the farmer is doubly discouraged when he discovers that his divining rod has led him to dry earth, or at best, to mud. To meet the need for more adequate water supplies, the aid of the Geological Survey has been invoked. Carefully plotting the rock structure of the region, surveyors determine the approximate location of underground reservoirs. Then, with the aid of a device which measures the electrical resistance of the soil, water-bearing rock is located with greater accuracy, and the drilling rig is put to work with reasonable assurance of success. When water has finally been reached, the most laborious part of the project is completed, but the work is not done until it's certain that the water is fit to drink. Samples of the sludge are carefully examined to determine the mineral content of the water-bearing sand, and specimens of the sludge and the water are sent to the laboratory of the State School of Mines, where a complete analysis is made. In addition to the drilling of new wells, WPA is providing aid to the farmer in time of drought by pumping 40 deep wells at as many different points. The safeguarding of public health is a major consideration of the Works program. In many parts of the state, which in the past have suffered from inadequate sanitary facilities, new sewers are being constructed. At Richmond Heights, a suburb of St. Louis, this program has resulted in the improvement of the entire area and in the erection of many new homes. Long after depression is forgotten, the permanent accomplishments of the Works program will remain as a part of a better Missouri.